Hey, you kids, get off my lawn. Unless you're bringing a lawnmower with you. Then you can cut the grass because the lawnmower is broken again. And I also got some trees down. So bring a saw. Today, I've got an album for you to look at. It's an album been released, I don't know, maybe about a month ago. And, well, I'm slow on getting things. And then when I get it, I like to live with it for a little while. The album I'm talking about is Deep Purple. It's this one. Deep Purple equals 1. This was this is their latest album, which comes after their what was supposed to be their last album, and that last album came after what was supposed to be their last album. But I gotta admit, these guys are in their upper 70s and they are still killing it. They are absolutely rocking. There is not one bad song on this album. And I will get into the pros and cons of it right now. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, it took me a little while to review this album. Mostly first because I had to get it, and then second, took me a while to listen to it. Mostly because when I'm listening to it, I got other things I got to do. I'm old. And when you're old, you've got other activities around the house. And, well, I'm also married. And if I'm sitting there tapping my toes and listening to this music, that woman's going to come up and, not so politely, with the back of her hand, remind me that music is a listening experience, not a seeing experience, and so my ass better be up and doing things. And then she will proceed to slap the shit out of me. So, with that said, here's my review of this album. This album starts out really strong. All right, firstly, let's mention that we got, they'll give you a book, um, with lyrics all in it and stuff. And they will give you, and on the album is purple. And again, every song on here is good. First side starts out real strong. You'll hear things on the reviews that say it kind of reminds you of older Deep Purple. And I guess I can see that on some of the songs. But for the most part, it just reminds me of Deep Purple. And I think Deep Purple has been putting out some good music for a while now. I mean, this is like some of the best stuff they've ever done. Now that we've gotten into the pros of this, which is the music, and the music is awesome. This was $40, between $35 and $40. The CD is about $16, and the download is $10. Now, if you get this one, again, the CD, and this is why I'm going to say it right out. This is why you should never trust an old hippie. Okay? First thing I did was I turned it on. Now, let me see if I can get you to see that. See where it says 45 RPM on there? I can't. Okay. See where it says that 45 RPM? I'm old. I couldn't see that. So when I put it in, it's a big album. I put it in on 33. Well, music sounded kind of normal, but again, kind of slow. I was like, oh, this is going to be a heavy Deep Purple album, isn't it? No, no. Gillan's voice came in. Gillan's voice sounded slow and drawing. I was like, well, maybe this is some sort of a special effect. Maybe the studio, maybe it's going to pick up. So I kept listening. It didn't change. I got up. I skipped the album ahead a little bit. Still didn't change. Then I noticed it, 45. So I changed it, and after that it sounded perfect. I mean, it freaking rocked. Well, these are the cons with it. One, it's $40. All right. They don't give you a download code. So I got to spend the extra $10 if I want to download it to my computer, or I want to download it to a device I can listen to when I'm in the car or on the road. I think if you're spending $40, they could at least give you a free download. Now, the second thing is look at this disc. Can you really tell which side is what? This is C and D. But again, look at me close. All right? I'm old. And I wear these damn things. And they're not always clean. Ugh. But I can't see that. I'm not wearing these when I'm looking at this. So I don't know what album I'm pulling out. I don't know what order I'm listening to anything. I don't have a problem with people being artsy fartsy. All right? I don't mind artsy fartsy. I don't mind minimalist. I don't mind a lot of things. But when it gets in the way of, you know, my basic biological functions such as sight, well, then I guess I have a little bit of a problem with it. They should make things easy for people to see. So guys like me, we can just enjoy it more. All right. The second thing that I got a problem with on this album is, I think you probably noticed, it's a double album set. And really, it didn't need to be. This is just a way to exploit it to get your $40. They could have squeezed this down into one album and sold it for 25, and I would have been quite happy with that. I mean, colored vinyl, they're not really charging that much more for that, so I really can't get into that. I don't care one way or the other about colored vinyl, except, when I was a kid, all the cool kids had it. So now I guess I'm one of the cool kids. But this is just, this is just some of the things that I like to bitch about. And that's the thing that, the basic, give me something that I can see. Okay, well, that said, this is a great album. It starts out with Show Me, and then it's like On the Side, Sharpshooter, Portable Door. Portable Door is good. Portable Door kind of reminded me, the beginning kind of reminded me of Pictures of Home. And then it just kind of turned into its own thing, which was really good. Lazy Sod, I saw the video for that. That's really good. There's a couple of songs on here that kind of remind me of, when a blind man cries. But it's really not. They really are their own thing. It's just kind of just reminds you. It's in the tones. Um, but other than that, it's produced by Bob Aaron. Oh yeah, and everybody. Don Airey's still with it. Ian Gillan, Ian Pace, Roger Glover, but they got a new guitar player. I wish I could find that guitar player's name. It's not in the book. Is it on one of these things? No, it's not here. Let me look through the other one. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Simon McBride. Simon McBride is he's the new guitar player for Deep Purple. He's really good. He's really, really good. Um, is he Steve Morse? Yeah, he's different than Steve Morse. But he can handle the Steve Morse stuff, and he can handle what sounds like he can handle the Blackmore stuff. very respectfully. Um, and I think he did a hell of a job here. The album sounds, it still has that kind of a bluesy flavor, but it's also got that, how would I put it? It's a bluesy flavor, but it's also got a heavier undertones. And again, maybe that's why people are saying it's a little more like the old Mark II lineup, with Blackmore in it. Hell, I don't know. All I know is this thing rocks, and I'm finally getting a chance to share it with you. And I want you to go out and get it. Doesn't matter how you get it. Well, yeah, it does, but I'm talking preference. I'm not talking about stealing it. So don't get the wrong idea. Anyway, that's it for me. Now, get off my lawn and go get some Deep Purple.